how's it going, everybody? Cowboy Tim slash Sarasota Tim, Florida boy out here in Laughlin, Nevada. I've got the weather going on right here. I think I got Grit TV on. I've got my, not a Blue Eddy, but it's called a Wiedemann being charged, which can run a pot of coffee, charge phones, do anything. It's got 1,500 watts. But what I'm doing, I've got my generator running to charge the batteries that I don't really need to. But since he did, it is 5:45 and it has been black for 30 minutes outside. This is weird. And Jay just called and said, you want to go down to the casino with us down here at the Tropicana? And I didn't get a nap today. And I was thinking, man, I'm kind of ready to, I got my hot water heating up because my generator's going. I'm saving my propane and I'm using the electric hot water heater. Since I got the generator going, I'm running the coffee pot and made a full, this is a great coffee pot, by the way, $12 at Wally World for a huge pot of coffee. It makes the coffee hotter too. But I got a trick for you. Nothing new to you probably, but I'm going to tell you. So the coffee is made, right? It's done. Let's turn it off. So that's one item on my big giant 5,000 watt generator out there that can run everything and anything I need in here all at once. Tomorrow morning, I have an inverter. I can push a button, this thing right here. And I have a plug right here that will, well, it's lit up now because I got my generator going. That will come on and I could make coffee in that by pushing that button. It turns this battery I have into electricity, like 110 volts. And when I push that button, I have one other outlet here in the bedroom. It turns that one on down here. It's weird placement. I mean, when I needed electricity just from the battery, without having a generator or shore power, I wish that these worked when I pushed that button. This one right there, or this one right here that's plugged in now. But it won't work without shore power of the generator. Anyway, I'm probably losing you, but I can have power if I want to move the coffee pot over there, or put it on my bed is what I'm trying to tell you. Or use this thing right here. But I'm not doing any of that. What am I going to do? I'm making it right now since the generator is going, just to provide free electricity for me to save my propane and heat my water for a shower. I'm doing this. I'm taking this coffee in the morning. I'm pouring a couple of cups in here and I'm heating it up with my propane and pouring it in one of my favorite coffee cups with my heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to enjoy coffee without worrying about it. It's already going to be made. And the reason I do that is because I'm emulating Fred and Raffaella. They make coffee in a big pot. They have one like this. Let me just unplug it even. Every morning. And if it's finished before they go to bed, they make another pot like for after dinner coffee. She actually pours it in something with a lid on it. I'll just leave it in here. And I've been told by you in the community to tell me I should put it in something with a lid to keep it fresher. I don't know if I have anything. I'll look, or I'll buy something and start doing that in the future. But I just leave it in the pot and then pour it in this pot, heat it up, which is what I did this morning. It tasted great. And I don't have to worry about, turning the generator on too early or needing to at all. So now I'm walking all over this refrigerator that's in my middle of my living room because we had everybody in the truck yesterday we took a little ride to the post office with Timmy Appleseed, Bev, and JJ and I in the Super Crusher. And I'm going to put it back in there tomorrow, and I'll have it out of the way. But tonight I'll turn that generator off a little later. I got hours and hours, which I won't even need. Look, Nevada time. Now it's an hour later, right across the river there. I mean, a quarter mile on the other side of Colorado River in Bullhead City. It's 10 to 7. And then, of course, it's 10 to 9 at home in Florida, which I feel like I'm in that time zone still, because I'll be up in the morning at 3, which I'm home. When I'm at home, I'm up at 3, but it's like going to be 5. I'll be up at 4. I'm trying not going to. But I mean, look, when am I going to go to bed? I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night. I was up at 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, I just got up. And today, a little earlier, I could have used a nap, but I didn't. It got real windy today. We got a lot done. You know, we emptied the gray tanks, and the black tanks are fine. Mine is anyway. I have another gray tank right here, like I talked about earlier. I could maybe empty that one tomorrow into my jug, of which I'm so glad I bought now. That's finally coming into play. But we are discovering that, like JJ said, we are not glamping. We are actually camping, because we have no hookups. We're just sitting here on this parking lot at the Tropicana, and it is, I mean, it's almost free. It's crazy. Here's what I wanted to talk about. Let me tell you guys, 2 things you need to do when you turn 62 years old. One is collect your Social Security, get your Social Security going immediately. The second thing is buy an RV and start living your life. If you wait until you're, this is coming from JJ, he's 71. If you wait, later in life, you may not have the motivation or the health or whatever. But really, that's not mainly what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you this. We spent $100 a day, I did, getting here, buying gas a couple of times, only getting 8-9 miles per gallon. Food, you cannot count, because you have to eat anyway, even if you were at home. And we are making our own food. We are not going out. I mean, we did the other night a special occasion, and tomorrow we're having Thanksgiving at the Riverside. They have, for $25, all you can eat and all the trimmings. It's going to be fantastic. So, and Beverly and JJ are treating me. And I want to say thank you very, very much to a couple of supporters today and yesterday on the Buy Me a Coffee that supported the channel to get something for Thanksgiving or golf or whatever. Thank you so much for your generosity. I really do appreciate it. So what I'm trying to say is we spent $100 a day getting here every day. I mean, money was going out, buying that gas, 8-9 miles per gallon. And then it just like we shut the valve off. When we got here, we weren't buying gas anymore. We're eating, which we would do at home anyway, and we're making our own, except the one night at the Outback over there with Timmy Appleseed and everything. So every day that we don't drive and travel like we did to get here, our dollar cost average goes down every day. And it's embarrassing to tell you how cheap this place is. And it was that way when I was here before with the Cramper, but it went up a little bit, $25 more every week than it was. And it's still like nothing. So what I'm trying to say is, if we're here for a while and we're not spending any money on gas, we're not driving, we're not wear and tearing, all we're doing is sitting here. We paid a small rent fee, no more gas, big bill, and food you have to eat anyway. And we're making our own, it's better. And we're having a great time. And by the time the meter starts up again, when we finally pull out of here and get our way back, if it's a month, if it's 28 days, 4 weeks, divide that into X dollars that was spent, it's going to work out to, let me see, I think it was like $60, $70 a day without any mishap or unexpected auto repair or something like that. Likely it's going to work out to about that. Now, where are you going to go on a vacation for a month for $70 a day? You can't stay in any hotel for less than a couple of $100. You have no entertainment. You have no transportation. Well, you drive your car, so you have transportation. You got to go out and eat. You can't cook generally in a hotel room or motel room unless you get one of those expensive. And every day we're going, even when we're traveling, it's like vacation because we're staying at rest areas. We're staying at truck stops. We're staying wherever we want. And now we've got a few landmarks, a few bookmarks of places that we can actually hit on the way back that we enjoyed, that were really nice, and make our breakfast in the morning. And we stop periodically during the day and get more fuel and use the restroom, get coffee or something. And we talk on the phone with each other while we're driving. I mean, that was fun too. And we have all that to look forward to going back, traveling with someone. So my sincere recommendation for you, if you're getting close to 62, is get your Social Security going. You can set it up 3 months before you turn 62 so that you get it 30 days after you're 62. Actually 60 days. You have to be 62 years old and a month to get Social Security. And then they give it to you the following month. So you gotta be 62 in 2 months to get your first check. So get that going. Get out of debt. Get yourself an RV. Start traveling the country, meeting people. There's so many thousands of people doing this. Watch the videos from me and others that can show you ways to go on the cheap. And if your wallet can afford it and you would rather, travel to different destinations and stay at state parks, we just can't even imagine the 6 days it took, 7 days actually, 6 nights and 7 days to get here, that we would pay $30 to $70 for an evening of a campground to just get up in the morning and crush it for another 400 miles. And it just wasn't worth it when you can do it for free. And you close the doors and you put your slides out, you don't know where you're at. And truck stops, rest areas, are what everybody else is doing. Plus you have facilities and amenities, coffee and 24-hour store and all that. But I'm not saying that that's what you have to do. If all these RV parks, when I was at the Orchards in Utah, and I was there for a month, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd see new RVs. And then the next morning I'd wake up and they'd be gone. Or that night I'd open my door and there's one right next to me. And the next morning it was gone. So people are willing to pay to pull in somewhere and do their dump thing and get their electric and water and not, have to go through what we're doing, like every few days. I put it into one of these big holding things I got that's got wheels on it that hooks to my trailer hitch. Why I didn't video that was a huge mistake. That was a great video to make. But guess what? We're going to do it not once, but a few more times, the same thing before leaving here. So I will absolutely video JJ and I filling that jug thing that I've got. It holds 15 gallons and taking it up to the dump and showing you how the gray water. Now we're not going to show you the other. I'm going to have to do that, and that's just part of it. But I won't have to move the RV. I thought I was going to, but I forgot I got that thing. And once we found out today how easy it is to put on the trailer hitch and just take the super crusher and pull it up there and just run the hose over to the port, to the dump port, and let it go. Then you have a hose up there to rinse out all your stuff and clean up. It's no big deal. It's a crappy job, but you got to do that. But I want to make a video about it, and just everything else about what we're doing here. We'll try to incorporate some videos, and of course we're going to be golfing next week. We've got some tee times already. Johnny Vegas is coming, and he's got his room booked. He's got the golf booked. He's bringing a friend, and so it's going to be him and I and his friend. Was there going to be a fourth? Timmy Appleseed might come. He's coming back. Whether he wants to golf or not, I don't know. Jay doesn't want to golf. He doesn't golf. So maybe he wants to ride. I don't know. But why do I think we had 4? Who am I not counting? Jay and his friend, me, and that's it, all I know. Maybe he's going to bring another friend. I don't know. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. A few hours ahead. Thank you so much for the support that some of you have donated on the way up here that I use for fuel and coffee and everything else. Thank you so much for your support. And I just hope that you're having a great Thanksgiving and you are thankful for all that you've received this year and all your life. And, try to pay it forward like I like to do too. Let's just all be thankful for everything, and it'll be great. It is great. And I hope that maybe some of you that, if you don't just like watching the videos and you might want to do something like this one day, or even if you're not retired yet from your prison job and you can get out and do a little traveling, I highly promote it. The people that you meet, the experience, at night and then during the day and then driving and then cooking out and barbecuing, it's so fun. It really is. And I do it full time because I live in this. But it's a different dynamic, dragging it with my new truck and getting somewhere different and setting up house. And the driving is over. It's fun to do the driving. I don't mind it. It's also fun when the driving is over and you get to where you're at. And you got mountains outside your door. You change your whole scenery. And I get to go back to beautiful Florida. And we have the best weather in the world down there right now. So I'm really definitely crushing it.